The objectives of this self-service banner SSB training are to learn how to access SSB, view your class schedule and class lists, enter grades, and also navigate the Faculty Services tab for other useful information. To access Self-Service Banner, you will open one of the appropriate web browsers listed and go to the UTC webpage. Click on the MyMoxNet icon and log in with your UTC ID and password. Once you have successfully logged in, you will see a screen similar to the one shown. You can access Self-Service Banner from the Home tab or the Faculty tab. SSB is listed on the left-hand side under Student Information System. Click the blue SSB link. Once in SSB, click the Faculty Services tab to access your information. You'll be directed to this menu. From here, you may be directed to a new menu or required to provide additional information. If you click the Student Information menu tab, for example, you'll be directed to this extended menu. To collapse this menu, simply click the small blue arrow in the Student Information tab. The Faculty Detail Schedule will display information pertaining to the course the faculty member is teaching. If a faculty member is teaching more than one course, they will all be listed under Faculty Detail Schedule. Simply click on Enrollment or Class List to view your summary class list. Here is an example of a Faculty Detail Schedule. Notice the link for class lists and also a link to add office hours. The detail schedule will also let you know how many students are currently enrolled. On the far right-hand corner, you will notice an envelope icon. This icon will direct you to your student's email address and will also allow you to email the class at one time. There are two different types of class lists. The detail class list displays each student individually with their school information in a separate table. The summary class list, however, displays all of the student names in a single table. If you would like to build an Excel gradebook, using the summary class list will be a simple way to create it. This is the view of the detail class list. And this is a brief view of the summary class list. Some students withhold their information, creating a confidential flag in their account. Please contact the Records Office for any questions pertaining to students with confidential flags. There are also other channels available for your use under the Faculty tab and the MyMoxNet portal. One of the most important functions of SSB is grade entry. Please note, Banner will occasionally time out after 15 to 20 minutes. If entering grades for a large class, please remember to save the grades as you go. Please note the supported browsers. When you exit the faculty grade entry, remember to use the Sign Out button at the top of the page before you exit the browser. This will completely close your grading session. Because this application uses cookies and caching, the next person to use the computer may be able to see your grading records if you do not sign out. All final grades must be entered in SSB. Midterm grades must be entered for all gradable undergraduate courses through SSB. To begin entering grades under the Faculty Services tab, click XE Midterm and Final Grades. The Select a Course section is displayed with a list of your courses. Be sure to select Midterm Grades or Final Grades depending on the time of grading. The Final Grades tab is the default display. However, if grading for finals is not open and grading for midterms is open, the Midterm Grades tab will default. Only the primary instructor will be able to enter grades. Secondary instructors have read access only. It is important to note that there are grading guidelines available for you to view at any time during the grading process. You can click the arrow on the right-hand side to expand or collapse the course details and Getting Started tabs. The Getting Started tab shows the guidelines. The link for this training in PDF format can also be found here. When you have selected a course for grading, the Course Details tab is displayed at the right. When a student for the course is highlighted, the Student Details tab is displayed. If a student has requested to withhold their directory information, the confidential note will be found here. You will begin entering your grades by selecting the appropriate grade letter from the drop-down menu found by each student. If the grade requires a last date of attendance, you will also enter it here. Reference the Getting Started tab for guidelines on grades that require a last date of attendance. If a student dropped the course within the period to receive a W, the student will remain on the class roster. However, the student will be marked not gradable. The Student Details tab also confirms that the student dropped the course. If you are entering a final grade for a student that is flagged as incomplete, the Incomplete Grade tab will be available. This tab gives more data for those students. To continue grading other students, simply click the Roster tab to return to the list of students. Please note that if an incomplete grade is given, you must enter a last date of attendance. Messages for errors, warnings, and successful saves are displayed using icons in color. A red circle with an exclamation mark indicates an error. Successful save messages will be indicated by a green circle with a check mark. Error and successful save messages will display the icon in the row for which the message is generated. The row is also highlighted in the same color as the icon. An exclamation mark in a yellow triangle indicates a warning message. Information messages are displayed with a lowercase letter I in a blue circle. Once grading is turned off, changes can no longer be made in Self-Service banner. If a grade needs to be changed or you failed to report a grade, resulting in an NR, once grades have been turned off, you will need to complete a grade change form which can be found in MyMoxNet under the Faculty tab. This completes the Faculty Services training. The next section of training is for advisement. If you do not advise students, you have completed the Faculty Self-Service banner training. Under the Faculty Services tab, the Student Information tab will open in an extended menu that will be helpful when advising students. To access a student's information, you will select ID selection and enter their UTC ID using capital letters. If you do not know the student's UTC ID, there is a student search available. Faculty can also access general information such as home address, phone number, and email through the Student Information menu. When advising students, it is important to view their past and current classes. This information can be found under Student Schedule in the Student Information menu. Also, faculty advisors can access a student's transcript by clicking Academic Transcript under the Student Information menu. As an advisor, you will have access to students' active registration. As well as their registration history. You have access to students' past test scores as well. If a student has any holds that are affecting their account, you will be able to view them in the Student Information menu by clicking View Holds. If a student has submitted a FERPA release form, this information can also be found under FERPA Comments. As an advisor, UTC offers another helpful tool with MyMox Degree. When you have access, it will be listed on your MyMoxNet homepage. There is also a link for PowerPoint instructions on the MyMoxNet program. You have now completed both the faculty and advisor self-service banner trainings. Thank you for your participation.